So moving on to the feature of the opening day, it is the Champion Hurdle. Now, on your sheets at the moment, Epatante is your 5-2 favourite. But Sam, obviously, I don't know if you heard, but Nicky Henderson released a statement to say that Epatante has been coughing. He doesn't think it's going to affect her prospects of running in the race, but he said it's obviously not ideal and he's keeping the public in the loop. But Epatante is big time on the drift, especially on Betfair. What price is she with BetVictor now, Sam?
We've just pushed her out to 7-2.
Okay,
so if you're not worried, you're going to get a bit more value. If you do want to look elsewhere, we put Benny Dijou back in the market at 5-2, just because of that news potentially. We're going to boost Honeysuckle. It's now 11-2. It's not run a no bet, so if she does end up going to the mares, you'll get your money back 11-2. I know there's a couple of big fans of Honeysuckle on here that are going to eulogise all about her, so I'll let them get stuck in. Okay, so 7-2 at the moment. Epatante is your favourite. Right, let's clear one thing up first, hopefully. We've got two men who work in Willie Mullins's. Right, lads, between you, and please don't kill each other. But where is Benny Dijou going to run? Mikey?
Oh, I'd say the mare's hurdle.
Yeah. Dave?
I'd agree with that, yeah.
We get you agreeing. Wow. So we think she's going to go for the mare's hurdle. Okay, so there you go. That's people that are in the yard. They're obviously listening to the vibe. So we'll talk about the Champion Hurdle, thinking that Benny Dijou is going to go for the mare's hurdle. Dave, we'll start off with you here. Epatante at the moment is 7-2. She's on the drift, obviously. Coughing with horses, like you see them at home and stuff. Is it kind of relatively normal for horses to be coughing every so often, and sometimes there's not that much to it? It's just like us having a cold?
Yeah, some trainers and people read into it a lot and they get them scoped every day for a week and give them a course of antibiotics and stuff like that. I know if I told my father a horse was coughing, he'd just tell me to tell him to stop. You read into it what you want. You know, Binocular won a Champion Hurdle.
If it was someone else, you'd read into it. I'd back her again now after hearing that.
The more she coughs, the more you fancy her.
Yeah, would you?
So it's obviously, it's not like, have either of you ridden winners that have coughed in the lead up to a race? Yeah.
No. Not really.
No. Okay.
No,
so it is.
What's the lead up like? If you come back from a bit of work and you got a face full of sand or wood chip in your face and they're going like they're coughing that out, but if she's a snotty nose and her bloods are wrong, maybe that'd be a bit more serious, but not a couple of dry coughs like. No.
Okay.
Could be anything.
It'd be like you getting up to go to the gym in the morning there and you just clearing out the lungs like, you know,
right?
A couple of barks. You'd be still fine like. You'd still be able to do it.
Well, that's debatable.
You'd be able to get the heart rate up to red zone.
Yeah. Fairly quickly as well. Yeah. So Dave, back to
you're a good old Nick, though.
Well, I cannot take anything you say seriously.
It was last year you got married, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In a burst, yeah.
Yeah. New man now. Right, go back to the Champion Hurdle
Still
quickly.
married.
Dave,
Who cares about the Champion Hurdle then?
Well, they care more about the Champion Hurdle than my love life anyway, that's for sure. Dave, what wins the Champion Hurdle?
None of them. Yeah, Darver Star actually. Darver Star. I think you'll probably find a bit bigger than 12-1, maybe.
Do you really fancy Darver Star?
I hate the rest of them. Like,
sure.
Epatante maybe, but Honeysuckle, no, I think she'll go for the mares. Envoy Allen would win it if he runs, but it doesn't look like it. Pentland Hills, I'd say his lungs are full of blood. He's got to the last twice and stopped. Silas Emery, hard to say. Sharjah, ground might be too soft for him. Super Sundays, he's ancient. Yeah, Darver Star is the only one left.
Jesus.
I actually rode him in a maiden hurdle. I think it could have been his first run over hurdles. Finished 6th or 7th. Kevin said he'll need the run, he should blow up. I think he got beat off a 104 after, but he's this big staying horse. And I just don't see any of the rest of them getting home even.
Right. Was the horse that you pointed at David there Darver Star, Mikey?
Yeah.
Jesus, you fancy him as well?
Yeah, I was chatting to Johnny Moore today. I know Johnny, he'd be confident, like, anywhere, you know, you take some.
Yeah, he does.
But, you know, he said he was 75% fit. I was saying, you know, holy Lord, you'll win it by 7 or 8 lengths, so.
By the time the Champion Hurdle comes along, he'll only be 50% fit the last time.
But Sir Gavin won it last year. It's going to be fit. I love horses hitting the line. Sure, he was the only oak to hit the line in Epatante. And look, it's couldn't Epatante. Don't like it really. I don't know English farm lads really, to be honest. So, and she got stuffed in the mare's hurdle last year. Honeysuckle go for whatever penalties. No, see the Emery will be thereabouts, and it's a funny race, yeah.
Funny race, a funny tip as well.
No, it's not funny. Not
that
one bit funny.
Genuinely, you think Darby Star can win a champion hurdle?
Well, like Honeysuckle is 9-2, right? In another 2 strides after the line, he was in front, and yeah,
he wasn't really given the ride to in it. If he was only 75% fit and he was probably 50-1, you're not going to line him up.
Is that
there
not why he got so close though? No, because he was just ridden to place.
That's a fair
You
point.
can say that too. I won the Irish champion hurdle on Petit Mouchoir, and everyone said, sure, footpad was close beside him, behind him.
Yeah.
Like footpad was ridden about 20-25 lengths off me down the back, and everyone said he was useless. He went and bolted up in Arkles, like, you know. So it's, you take it whatever way you want, but he was gonna pass Honeysuckle.
Right, so it's 2 votes for Darby Star. Wasn't expecting that. Don?
Just one thing. What's Fusil Raffles?
Fusel Raffles.
Yeah. What happened to him? Like, he was brilliant juvenile last year.
Yeah, disaster.
We loved him last year.
Disaster this
I
season.
told
We loved him. He was going to be the best
the
of
winner.
these, yeah.
I said he'll win, and he didn't make, but he won in Punchestown. Remember that?
Yeah.
So, but why did he pull up
It's just
that?
been a disaster this season, Mike.
Right.
Disaster,
okay,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, things have gone. It's been a tale of woe so far this season.
That happens. We all have those. You know.
Don, is it going to be 3 votes for Darby Star?
No, it's not. It's definitely a race that you could back 2 or 3 outsiders in it. Like, it's cut up desperately. It's you know, you say to a trainer, it's not a good champion hurdle. They say go and try and win one. But in the scale of champion hurdles, like we're missing Espoir d'Alain, just right in Saldier, Bouvardere, Classical Dream. They've all come out. Envoy probably won't go. Benny de Dieu. Looks like she's not going to go. Honeysuckle might run, actually. Do we know if Honeysuckle's going to run or not?
Well, sure, like he's
He said he's leaving
waiting.
the decision, didn't he? Until as
If
late
I
as
was him,
possible.
I'd run.
They're keeping it as late as possible.
Well, like, I mean, obviously she's interesting. If the champion hurdle is over 2.5 miles, she'd win it for sure. Over 2 miles, she'd want soft ground. But if she runs, obviously she's going to be an early favourite. But look, Pentland Hills couldn't have him, and 5-year-olds. I know Espoir d'Alain was a 5-year-old last year. It's hard for them. Like, Catchett was the only 5-year-old before him since See You Then, and that was 85. So it's very hard for 5-year-olds. So that goes for Curse Sublime as well. Sharjah, I was hoping maybe the ground would get better for Sharjah, and he's a bit of an underrated horse because his last run, like we're slaves to a horse's last run. He was disappointed, but his previous run on good ground at Leopardstown was very, very good, and he's a classy horse. So maybe Sharjah, if the ground isn't too soft for him. But Call Me Lord comes into it. I mean, I know you're talking about Call Me Lord winning the champion hurdle. How's that going to happen? But it could, especially if the ground comes up soft. He stayed on well the last day at Cheltenham. He was disappointing the last time, but the time before that he stayed on well. You know, even Ballyandy had a big price. I think you need to be looking down the list because the top of the list, they're all underpriced, I think.
Jesus, right. So if I was pushing you, which I am, Sharjah.
I'd say Call Me Lord on soft ground.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 2 votes for Darby Star, 1 for Call Me Lord. Diarmuid, why does everybody hate Epatante?
I don't think anyone hates Epatante. I think the problem with the champion hurdle this year is that you're comparing. I mean, the form gauges are Ballyandy over in England and Petit Mouchoir over here. You know, you're comparing them two really as for what the horses have been beating all year. So, if Petit Mouchoir was taking on Ballyandy tomorrow, I think I'd back Petit Mouchoir to win that race. So, like, Epatante did that really well at Christmas, but I don't know. Like, none of that screams to me as being very strong form. But again, it's a champion hurdle too. She could well go on and win it, but a 5-2.
Well, no, she's 7-2 now.
7-2 even, sorry. But like, you know, you're backing her at that even still. Like, it's just too short for a champion hurdle for a horse that I know they're blaming the jabs last year on why she didn't run well there, but like, she still blew up in the Mayor's Novice, and like, you're backing a horse that didn't win a Mayor's Novice to win a champion hurdle.
Yeah, but if you take that run out of it, she'd be unbeaten, and we'd be saying she could be an absolute superstar.
I get that completely, but again, like, the form of winning that is no different than what Sharjah beating Petit Mouchoir easily at Christmas.
But she could be getting better as well.
There's no doubt.
I just think I've read every preview of the champion hurdle. I've seen preview nights. I've done a couple of preview nights, and not one person has tipped Epatante.
No, but like, you know, she has a favourite's chance, and you know, she could win it. She has the form to win it this year. She would, going into a normal year, she would be running in the mares now. She wouldn't be in this race. Espoir d'Alain and Bouvardere would be in this race, or at least she'd be their third string. But this is where we are with this race. Honeysuckle, I think people are being way too harsh on the fact that she really wanted company up that running. And I think as well, like that was her first time ever going left-handed and her first time ever running at a championship pace like that. So if she did turn up, she's done a lot more than Epatante, in my opinion. And I think she'd be favourite if she did run, but I'd be confident she'd beat Benny anyway in the mare. So wherever she goes, she goes. But Super Sunday for me, I know he's old, he's 10 years old, but this is where we are with this race. He's still a horse that can run to 158, 59, 60. Him and Sharjah are the two, but I think the ground might be gone for Sharjah. So Super Sunday is the one that has run to those high figures, is capable of running to those high figures, and if he does that, I think that could be good enough to win this. Okay, so Super Sunday. We'll come to the Mayor's Hurdle later, where you can eulogise about Honeysuckle. Dean, is it? Do you have to look beyond the top end of the market here?
Yeah, you have to, especially with the news today. Even Epatante was a bad price at 5-2, 7-2 with a cough. Still doesn't sound too exciting for me. I think Devon makes the right points about where Epatante would stand in the pecking order. All right, she's improved and she's gone and put up a performance that puts her in the picture. I don't think it puts her top of the market. I'd love Honeysuckle to run here because I'd definitely back her. You know what the Racehour is like. We're a fan club, so she would be our pick for sure. Sharjah's interested in one that can run to a number that wins a champion hurdle. The last day is too disappointing to get involved, I think. Decent ground will need to come. Super Sunday is absolutely the bet at these prices. Has to be the bet. I think since won the Coral in 2017's running, check notes here, 14 grade ones, first and second and 11 of them. This is a class animal who would have just needed the run the last day. And as far as I know, Robbie Power and Jesse are absolutely delighted with that run. All roads back to a champion hurdle, not a stayers, not messing with trips. This is the worst champion hurdle you'll ever see, and Super Sunday is the best horse in the race. So I think it's a great price, 12-1.
Lovely. And for you, Sam?
I'm just determined to take on Epatante. She's got to defy this awful stat. Only one winner from the last 21 of that Christmas hurdle have won the champion hurdle that have tried it. I mean, it's just not a race you want to be winning.
Is that Faheen?
Yeah, probably right. So Ballyandy, when he's getting shouts and he suddenly looks value at 14s, as the guys have said, it looks a bad race. We're still 11-2 on Honeysuckle, which I think is a non-runner, no bet each way. It's an absolute steal.
You want that on side.
Okay, so let's go across the line for the champion hurdle selections. I'm going to start, and I fancy Epatante. Dean?
Honey if she runs, but Super Sunday.
Sam?
Oh, Ballyandy each way.
Diarmuid?
Super Sunday.
David?
Diver Star each way.
Mikey?
Diver Star each way.
And Donn?
Interesting on Honeysuckle. She's 11-2 now with the run, right? If she's declared a runner, she'll definitely be shorter than 11-2.
Oh, yeah.
That's
miles,
for sure.
yeah, miles,
You have to get it
I
on
mean, that's
side.
bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's an 11-2 shot with the run. If she doesn't run, you get your money back. If she runs, she's going to be shorter than 11-2.
Yeah.
That's the bet.
Well, obviously factored into the price is the fact that they don't think she's going to run here.
But it's not factored into the price. Because if
Yeah,
she
'cause
runs,
it's not
No, I know, I'm
it's
just
a void
saying.
bet if she doesn't run.
I agree, yeah. I
So
agree.
that's the bet. 11-2 Honeysuckle with the run.
Okay, and before we leave the champion hurdle, if Honeysuckle runs in the champion hurdle, hands up who thinks she'd win the champion hurdle. Okay, so four of the panel think that Honeysuckle would win the champion hurdle now.